traders are made in drawdowns. And as you can see for my January performance, I'm in the biggest drawdown that I've been recently. So I've been trading for about 6 months already. Every single day, journaling every single trade. I have about 2,500 trades journaled. And yeah, that is a lot. But I'm a beginner, so I'm in my learning curve. And this is the biggest drawdown that I've been in recently because ever since November 11, as you could see, November 11 was when I did a whole drastic change in my strategy. And ever since then, I've been profitable every single week so far. Profitable with 121, 143, 60. December, my best month and first ever profitable month. Beginning week 119, then $30, then 227, my best week so far, then 26, then 16, ending the month of December in 420. What are the odds, right? And last year, for like every single session, I smoked weed. And in 2025, I made a promise that I will stop smoking weed. And the number one reason I'm doing it is so I could keep on doing videos like this, so I could keep on doing content. Because when I smoke, I tend to be more reserved. I tend to not talk like this. And well, being sober, my energy levels are just up to the roof. And the same way that I'm getting all this energy, I'm noticing that my emotions are to the roof as well. And you could even see it, and it could even reflects in my trading performance of this month. Like last Friday, I had the worst day ever. Well, 143 loss. And yesterday losing 63, which was manageable. And then today losing $54, which as you can see, I drastically decreased my position size, but I'm still making mistakes. And right now, doing these videos pretty much helps me reflect a lot. And same thing with doing my trading log every single day. And well, yeah, the biggest drawdown that I've been in these past 2 months was when I lost $21 in last November. This was the biggest loss that I've ever had. As you can see, I managed my losers with 25, 35, 45. $90 was my biggest drawdown. And in that day, I was like, man, how am I going to recover? I'm never going to recover from this drawdown. It's so big. But what happened? I ended up recovering and I surpassed that by a lot. And same thing that I'm basically looking at right now, I'm getting those same feelings where, oh, I'm in a drawdown. I'm never going to recover from this drawdown. But at the same time, it could always be worse. I could have definitely lost and over leveraged too much and probably lost 2 months worth of progress in this month. But you know what? I managed my losers. Even though I'm getting out of control, I'm still managing my losers. And that's really important as a trader. You cannot get out of control and then just over leveraging, because the same way you're consistent every single day, with one trade, you could wipe down all of your account. And well, honestly, I just want to be grateful that I'm starting to manage my losers, and I'm starting to basically get the hang of this new trading mindset that I have. And well, yeah, these videos are just helping me out a lot. Point is, to become a real professional trader, these drawdowns are what makes you. It's what makes you, and it basically breaks you down and remakes you. Because if you could get out of a drawdown, then honestly, you're a professional trader. And usually most traders, especially beginners, when they get in the drawdown, they just lose it. They keep on over leveraging, they keep on over trading, revenge trading, and then what happens with their small drawdown? They make it into bigger drawdown and potentially lose all of their gains. But right now, the plan right now is to basically decrease my position size, decrease it by a lot, and just take base hits. I'm not going for those home runs. I'm just taking those 5-10% base hits. And don't get me wrong, I set out rules for myself yesterday for today's trading day, and I did follow most of them, but I'm not perfect. I still broke some of my rules. So yeah, that's my month's performance so far, and that's my mindset of why I'm in the drawdown right now. So let's see my trades, and let's see basically where we're going wrong. So these are my trades today. I think I took about like 21 trades or 25. I'm not sure. Let me see. I took 23 trades today, which is really a lot. It's a lot. And I'm gonna set out a rule as well for tomorrow that I could only take about 5 to 10 trades. That's it. Or I might even put myself in trader rehab and only take one trade a day. So I could like basically punish myself and just be very selective in what I trade. But yeah, I basically set out a rule for myself yesterday saying that I'm gonna decrease my position size by a half. So I'm only going to trade 50 shares. That's it. Usually I trade 100 shares. So right now I'm only gonna trade 50 shares, and I'm going to make less money. Yes, I am. But the plan is not to make all of the gains that I just lost back in one trade. The plan is to basically take consistent base hits and basically just find my flow. Basically just find that consistency inside of me again. And basically build a cushion so I could then basically put the pedal in the gas and just go all in when I see good setups. So yeah, I woke up today at 6 a.m. but I started trading at like 7. That's when I seen good worthy trades to take. So the highlighted ones are really the most important ones. The ones that aren't highlighted are really not that important, even though every single trade is important. But first of all, Syra, I was too early to the dip. I usually buy the dips when it basically bounces off my 45 EMA or it bounces off the moving average. So I was definitely way too early right here. I was pretty much kind of thirsty. So I seen that it gapped up all the way to $1 or near $1. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna wait for it to trace back or for it to find the bottom. And I thought this was a bottom. So I entered in hopes that I could basically ride it all the way back to the $1 break. But it didn't do that. I was trading the backside of things. And it's nothing wrong with that because I cut my loser very quick. So that was like a good losing trade. But I was too early to the dip buy. And then next trade, SPRC. For this one, I really didn't have no strategy. The only SPRC wasn't even in my screener. It wasn't in my screener. SPRC was a ticker from yesterday, and I basically was like, okay, it's basically going near the whole dollar zone, so I'm gonna buy it in hopes that I could ride it back to yesterday's highs of like 175. And that was a big stretch. Like, I'm basically guessing at that point, and the market wasn't showing no signs of it basically going back up to 170. So right there, it was a dumb trade to take because, first of all, what is the market's job? The market's job is to show us information and basically give us opportunities. SPRC wasn't an opportunity. I basically wanted it to do that, and the market does not care about what I want. So that was a dumb trade. So no strategy, FOMO, holding and hoping. That's something you really do not want to do. So last 10% of that, pretty much so dumb. Next, SPRC. I ended up adding more. I ended up adding more shares at market open for some reason, and that was really dumb. But something that I'm noticing with myself that I've been doing basically yesterday and today is that I'm getting out of control when I trade pre-market, and I'm getting out of control when market opens. So when market opens, I dial in, I lock in, I want to make profits from the market open momentum. And that's something that I'm basically wishing to do. And like I'm telling you, the market does not care what I want. The market is going to do what it's going to do, point blank. So at market open, as you can see, at 8:30, 8:32, 8:33, 8:35, 8:37, 8:38, I just went out of control, trading all of these tickers in hopes that I could basically catch something that's going to basically blast off. And at market open, as you all know, or if you did not know, but at market open, there's a lot of manipulation, because smart money knows that retail traders like me are basically just waiting for that market momentum. So what does smart money do? They basically swing the price up and down really hard, basically stopping everybody out. And that's what happened to me. That's why I ended up losing all of these trades, because I was just out of control, entering everything, getting stopped out, then entering again, then getting stopped out. But at first, I started with HOTH. I was too early for that $2 break. So market open and I entered in hopes that we basically just break above the $2. But as you can see, I was way too early. I got stopped out, and I had a pretty tight stop loss, which I always do. So I ended up getting stopped off with 100 shares, like right there off the bat. I already broke my rules of only trading 50 shares. And then next, I entered again. And what happened? I got stopped out. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of wrong. Okay, so that's same thing. I entered again for that market momentum. I was basically looking for that 250 260 breakout, and I was way too early and I got stopped out. So right there, it's pretty much my fault. It really wasn't getting manipulated like that, because it was holding up the 45 EMA and the moving average very nicely. So with this one, I should have just had a little bit more patience. I should have had my stop a little bit higher, or I should have just found a better entry. And since it's holding up, I should have just walked away from the charts and just let it do its thing. So yeah, let me see. I really want to show you this HOTH trade, because I went in with 150 shares. Wait. I'm like, this is so wrong. Sorry, guys. So HOTH, too early for that $2 breakout. Same thing. I got stopped out. But like same thing with that. If it's holding the 45 EMA, I should have just entered, had a little bit a wider stop loss, or honestly, I should have just had a better entry. I should have caught these basically lower wicks, and I should have just chilled. I should have just walked away from the charts and just let it do its thing. If it's holding its volume, and if it's holding a certain zone, then I have no reason to have a tight stop loss. I literally have no reason. If it breaks structure, then yeah, I should have my stop loss where it literally breaks structure, like right here. If it makes a new low from 144, then yeah, I should have had my stop loss there. And then what happened? I basically at 840, I went in with double the size. I went in with 150 shares. Because at this point, I was already losing it. I was already down about like 60 or 40 bucks. because of all these paper cuts. And obviously, by nature, what do we want? What does our mindset want? Our mindset basically wants to make back that money that we just lost. So I basically went in with double the size. And what happens? Obviously, I'm gonna get filled at the top wick, and I'm gonna have a tight stop loss since I'm going in with big size. And what happens? I got stopped out. So too early for that $2 breakout, and I doubled down, which was a very rookie mistake. So right there, my mindset is already in the trash. So SPRC failed to retest the $1 zone. So then I seen SPRC that was market open. It was holding the $1 zone, and I seen this big spike up. So I entered in hopes that we're basically just going to shoot up, and I got stopped out. This was a good loss. Because sometimes the retest happens and sometimes it doesn't. And it's just putting yourself in the more better probabilities. And I could say this was a good trade, because like I'm telling you, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And right here it didn't happen. So failed to retest the $1 zone. And then I went in again and got stopped out for 50 shares. And it was right here. I basically seen this this green spike. I bought it, and then basically just got stopped out. It rejected from the 260 zone. And then HOTH, I went in again with 25 shares at 190. And again, I'm chasing that spike. I entered right here like 190, and then I sold for like 218. So 218, I made 14% on that. I made $7. Hold for 1 minute. I'm like, okay, cool. And then again, I seen a retest. I seen the $2 retest. I'm not sure why I put breakout, but I seen the retest of $2. So I entered with 50 shares. And I basically just rode it and sold around 227 for a 10%. So that was a pretty solid trade. And then that's my final trade. I went in with 100 shares. I basically seen that 260 breakout that I was waiting for, and that I got stopped out. So I was like, you know what? If it breaks above, I'm going to enter. I don't really care, because my mindset is already trash right now. So I entered, and then it did break above. And then I had a pretty solid trade on that. 280. I entered at 265 and sold at 286 for a 8% gain for 21. And basically today I'm really supposed to be down like $80, but with those two last trades, I basically cut it in half, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna walk away. And same thing happened yesterday, where I was down pre-market and then market open, due to the market open momentum that I was trying to catch. And then in intraday, I basically made money. I made some good solid trades. So what am I noticing? I'm noticing that I'm basically losing it in pre-market. I'm losing it at market open. So what am I going to do tomorrow? I'm basically just going to be patient. I'm going to downsize a lot. If I see something good pre-market or market open, I'm going to downsize a lot and just wait for when I make money, which is intraday. Just wait for when the waters are calm, so I could trade, because that's obviously when I make money. So that's going to be my approach for the rest of the week. Going to downsize. I'm going to build a cushion first before I could like throw 100 shares. And well, yeah, that's a game plan, and that's how I'm going to get out of this big drawdown that I basically put myself in. And I'm not even tripping because I got the rest of the week. I got the rest of the month. I literally just gotta have a plan and I gotta stick to it. I gotta be disciplined. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. That's my recap, and that's what I did wrong and where I went good. And yeah, guys, hopefully you guys learned something. Um, that's about it, guys. Established wisdom out.